Yes, sir. We are back with another edition of Fast Break Bets presented by Betting Pros. And you know me, know the voice, know the guy. It's me, really real, villain real, Terrell Furman Jr. here at your service. Oh, man. Man, oh, man, oh, man. You know what I hate more than a losing day is when the trolls come out, or I wouldn't even say trolls because they're really not trolls. It's just uh annoyed betters that feel the need to say something after I lose a pick, but then they don't but then they weren't saying anything during the run when I was going absolutely nuclear on the show and we were up like 7, 8 units. And then that run ends. We were 1-3 the past 2 days. Yeah, because 1-1 and then 0-2. I just missed on the under in the Celtics and the Timberwolves game. I mean, the threes were just raining down, and nobody was missing. I was getting so upset because I was like, oh man, if I could just get a couple of misses, a dead fourth quarter, or something like that, this can go back under. But no, they just refused to miss absolutely in that entire game. And then Khris Middleton just, I'm probably gonna run Khris Middleton back the next game. More than likely. That was like it just felt like every time Khris Middleton passed somebody the ball, he either got a hockey assist or the person missed a shot. And that was pretty annoying. From at least a little bit of game that I was able to catch in that next game. I didn't catch the whole thing. But I was very, very, very disappointed in the Khris Middleton output on the assist there. But nonetheless, I mean, people that were mad about the DeJounte Murray pick were right. I went 0-2 the next day. So can't tell you nothing, but I think it's pretty lame to pop in as soon as, the first like really bad losing day, two losing days in a while after going on a crazy run through the Christmas holiday season. It is what it is. Christmas was actually pretty bad too. So if they said something on Christmas, I wouldn't have been mad either. But like, yeah, it is what it is. What is Cam and May say? It is what it is. We're on to the next one. And I have two plays that I feel pretty good about on a Friday. It's a couple of things to like, but let's talk about it in just a second, though. Because first, I got to tell you about the Betting Pros app. If you haven't got it already, make sure you get it. Betting Pros app, track all your bets in one place. You can give me a follow over there as well. Hey, again, if you don't have to tell what I play. This isn't necessarily a give out picks and you tell me podcast. This is a welcoming into my life and me telling you what I'm betting. And if you like what I'm betting and you hear what I like what I'm betting and you want to tell, you can. But if you absolutely want to fade me, do that. If you think I suck, you should definitely fade me. Definitely fade me. Like, if you think I suck, I think you should 100% fade me because you should trust your own convictions. And you can do that in the Betting Pros app because my bets and all of that are in there. You can 100% go fade me there if you think I suck. So go do that. Go 100% go do that. Give me a follow over there in that Betting Pros app, wherever you get your apps in the App Store or Google Play Store. You got the prop bet cheat sheet as well. And they have a whole bunch of systems and tools where if you think I suck, you can use all of those same systems and tools and do way better than me over there with the Betting Pros app. So make sure you go get that Betting Pros app in the App Store or Google Play Store or whatever you get your app store. All right, let's get into it. We have the San Antonio Spurs on the road going to play the Denver Nuggets. San Antonio's catching 7.5 on the road here, 220 on the money line. What's that? 235.5 is the total. I didn't want to give out a Nuggets total pick because I feel like we've been betting the Nuggets a lot. I've been talking about them a lot. I've spoke about how bad their defense is. I think everybody kind of understands now that I'm gonna be betting the over in this game. So I don't want to use an official pick on that. Like that's getting to, it's kind of getting to the Mystics first half lane of I don't have to give that out on the show. You should probably be betting Denver on the over, like on a pretty consistent regular basis. So however, I really, really like this spot for the San Antonio Spurs. So I'm going to take the San Antonio Spurs plus 7.5. I'm going to sprinkle on that plus 220 money line here. And a couple of reasons for it. So, one, remember that bad defense we talked about of the Denver Nuggets giving up over the last 5 games. They're giving up 115 points per game. They're still over the course of the season one of the worst defenses. I think that this is probably maybe the better part that they've looked, and they're still, bottom third in the league in terms of uh defending the shot. They're bottom third in the league in terms of offensive rebounding. They're bottom third in the league in terms of what is it? Turnover. I'm sorry. Of turnover rate forced. They're not forcing turnovers. They're not crashing the glass. They're not defending there. It's really, really bad. But Denver is gonna run gun. You have Russell Westbrook, you have Nikola Jokic, who are playing together. They just had a triple double together a couple of days ago, or like a week ago, or whatever, whenever it was. So I understand why they were able to beat a team like the Atlanta Hawks, why they were able to beat a team like the Utah Jazz, why they were able to beat a team like the Detroit Pistons in their last 3 games, because those teams right now not playing the best style of defense, and if you just let Denver run up and down on the floor and be able to get out in transition, grab a whole bunch of easy buckets, like that's gonna be really, really hard. Like through all of this, look at the Denver Nuggets. They are first in fast break points over the past 5 games. You can't have that and expect to beat them. And that's where you start getting into the over range. My issue with Denver is that one, I'm not laying this amount of points with somebody who doesn't play defense. And I'm definitely not laying this amount of points with somebody that doesn't play defense against the team that does play defense in the San Antonio Spurs, who are a top 10 defense in the league right now. And so I think that this is a really, 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 really good spot to catch the San Antonio Spurs on the road here, who have been really solid actually on the road. This season. What was that final number that I had? Hold on, I'm sorry, I lost my page. There we go. So the San Antonio Spurs are 8-6 ATS on the road this season. That's actually not pretty bad. They've been defending really, really well. Fourth in defensive rating over the course of their last 5 games. They're third in opponents' points per game, 102.6 points per game. Uh, and so let's see here. And this is the big one. So fast break points allowed. They are eighth in terms of defending teams in transition, not letting them get out there in fast breaks. And that's what Denver loves to do. So if they're able to slow them down in transition, not let them rack up all those easy points, make them play out the half court and defend them really, really well with their half court defense, slow this pace down as they do, the Spurs running a 25th pace in the league over the course of the last 5 games, then I think that this can actually go the Spurs' way. And if you look at the schedule, this is the first game of a back-to-back game set between these two teams. So we do have a deja vu game coming up where the next game will be on Saturday, the next day, actually. So they're playing in Denver. The next day, they're flying out, going to San Antonio. I think this is actually a nice spot where you can catch the San Antonio Spurs going up against a Denver team who hasn't played well at home, and they can steal the first game of a back-to-back series between them. I like taking the dog in the first game, getting them to get up for the team, and then the favorite comes back the second game and has a little bit of a bounce back revenge spot against them. So you have a Denver team who's 7-7-1 at home, really not that good. 8-14-1 as a favorite this season, and that's 8-14-1 as a favorite. And they oh no, wait, I'm sorry. Yeah, that's 8-14-1 as a favorite, and they covered the last 3 games straight against the Detroit Pistons, the Utah Jazz, and the Atlanta Hawks. So prior to those 3 games, where that was a pretty soft part of their schedule, they were 5-14-1 as a favorite. So 8-14-1. I like taking my chances with the San Antonio Spurs here, who when Wemby is playing amazing, this is going to be a more than regularly watched game because of the fact that Wemby and Jokic are going up against each other in the regular season. Wish this was on well, no, I actually kind of don't wish this was on regular TV because the Knicks and the Thunder are playing, and that game deserves to be on national TV. So, yeah, I understand why this game didn't make national TV, but it's still going to be a really good game. So, I'm taking the San Antonio Spurs +7, sprinkle on the money line. I think they'll be able to get it done. A little bit of a longer breakdown for that game, but hope it made sense. I'm on a dog, and I'm sprinkling on the dog to win outright. I think the Spurs have a good chance here, and my guy Devin Vassell plays for them. So if Denver's not playing any defense and they let Devin Vassell get off, yikes! Not gonna lie, guys. If this doesn't hit in night one, I'm probably gonna run it back for night two at home. Probably will. Not gonna lie to you. So we're gonna go because I think the Spurs could steal one of these games. Denver's frustrating. They really don't defend at all, and I just can't trust teams that don't defend. So that's my philosophy. All right, let's get into a player prop pick, and it's actually in the next game on the slate. A shotgun start here tonight for a lot of these games. You got a couple of 8 o'clock games, but 8:30, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 10:30. I really do appreciate the shotgun start. All right, Memphis Grizzlies on the road going to play not San Antonio, going to play these Sacramento Kings. Kings laying 3.5, 238.5 is total. I can't lay 3.5 with the Kings to save my life. If I had to play on the side, I would definitely be taking the Memphis Grizzlies here. No doubt in my mind. I cannot lay points with this Sacramento team at all whatsoever. I don't care if John Morant's not playing. I can't lay points with Sacramento. But that's not the play that I wanted to get out here. I was just talking that through. Play I'm giving out here is Domantas Sabonis over 5.5 assists here. Despite me not being able to lay points with Sacramento, I think they're going to be able to score. And I think this is going to be an over game. So I have Sabonis here, who's at 5.5. Appreciate the prop bet cheat sheet. Prop bet cheat sheet also has him projected for 7.2 assists in this game, 72% cover probability, 5-star bet rating. Sabonis has been really good over the course of the season in terms of hitting this line. He's hit it in 58% of his games this season. He's hit it in 6 of his last 10 games this season, 9 of his last 15, 3 of the last 5. So he's been very, very consistent. 2 of the last 4 against Memphis. I think this is a better spot where they're catching a Memphis team who has not been who they are defensively over the course of the past 5 games. Last 5 games, Memphis has given up 121 points per game. That's towards the bottom of the league in terms of defense. So they've been giving up the 4th most assists per game, 30.8 assists per game in the last 5 games, 2 teams as well. So this is where I think Sabonis comes in, somebody who's been a very consistent part of this offense, running the offense, getting things going, and being able to pass outside the post as well and get his teammates involved. So I think this is a really good spot. I'm actually considering laddering this, honestly. And he's had a big assist game. He's had a 12 assist game against Memphis before. So that's happened. Uh, I know it hasn't always been because assist. I know it hasn't always been consistent, but I think that we could actually see, it's been a while. Like, look at his past few games. He hasn't hit the double-digit assist mark in a little while. And I think that this could be a nice spot to get there against a Memphis team that is reeling a little bit and a Memphis team that I also think is going to be able to score. And so if they're going to be able to score, this Sacramento team is quote unquote 3.5-point favorites. I think that they'll be able to match the scoring at least for a little bit. I just don't think that it's going to come to the point where they're going to be able to cover the number, but I think that it's going to fall into Sabonis' hands. He's going to make the right play more often than not. He struggled offensively against this Memphis team, and probably for good reasons, because he's probably going up in a matchup against Jaren Jackson Jr., and that's going to be a tough scoring matchup for him at any point given time, whatever, because of how good of a defender Jaren Jackson Jr. is. And so, yeah, I think he's going to pass out of the post a lot of times and probably hit a couple of 3-point shooters, and those are where his assists are going to rack up. So I like Domantas Sabonis to go over his 5.5 assists. I think that's way too low. I think I am going to ladder him as well and get him closer to that that 10 assist mark because I do think that Sabonis going to have a really, really good assist day in what I expect to be an over game. Actually, I'm probably going to be betting the over. Make sure you go check that Betting Pros app, but I'm probably going to end up betting the over in this one as well. That was very, very close to making the game card today, over 238.5 in the Memphis and Sacramento Kings game. But give me Sabonis over 5.5 assists. Give me the San Antonio Spurs +7, low sprinkle on money line there. Those are the two plays for a Friday in the NBA. Give me a follow at realreal__. And also give us a follow on Betting Pros on X and TikTok at Betting Pros NFL on Instagram and youtube.com/Betting Pros. With that, I have yeah, that's it. Nothing else to say, nothing else to do. No other way of ending the podcast. Just gonna end it like this. We are out of here.